Let's see if you can answer this GCSE maths question. So it says find the lowest common multiple of 120 and 150. Now I'm going to show you the Venn diagrams method. So there are other methods, but this is just what I'll talk through in this video. So we're going to start with 120. We're going to break this down into prime factors. So I'm going to break this into 12 and 10. Doesn't matter what you break it into, but I'm doing it this way. 10, I'm going to say is 2 times by 5. Now we've got two prime numbers here, so I'm going to circle them and stop there. 12 is going to be 3 and 4. 3 is prime, 4 continues to be 2 and 2, so circle and circle. Let's do the same with the 150. So let's go, let's say we've got 15 times by 10. 15 I'm going to break into 3 and 5, and then we're going to say 10 is broken into 2 and 5, and we stop there. So we continue on to this part. So on this one, I'm going to say 120. On this one, I'm going to say 150. So I'm going to start with the 120 side. Let's start with this 3. I'm going to cross out this 3. Is there a 3 in both numbers? Yes, there is. So cross it off both and put it in the intersection. Is there a 2 in both sides? Yes, there is. Cross it off both, put it in the intersection. This other 2, is there another 2 in this side? There's not. I can just see 2 5s left, so that 2 just goes onto this side. There's another 2 here, so it just goes into this one. There is another 5 in both sides, so 5 goes in the cross section there. Everything's done here, so everything remaining on this side just goes into this side here. So this is where we do the last thing. We're just going to clear my screen here. So the last thing we do is, because it does say lowest common multiple, but I'm going to show you highest common factor as well. So let's start off with the highest common factor. So the highest common factor goes like this. We're going to multiply every number which is inside the intersection. So it goes 3 times by 2 times by 5. So if we calculate 3 times by 2 times by 5, then that's going to give us 3 times by 2, which is 6, 6 times by the 5 there. So 6 times by the 5, and that gets us 30. So the highest common factor here is going to be 30. Now, there are quite a few ways to get the lowest common multiple. So one way would just be to multiply every number that you see in this diagram. So multiply all of these numbers together. But what I like to do is take the highest common factor, which we can see is the 30. I should say 30. Okay, then I'm going to times it by these two numbers. So times it by the 2, times it by the 2, and then times it by this 5 there, and that will give you the lowest common multiple. So I've got 30 times by 2 times by 2 times by the 5 there, and that's going to give us 600. So that's the highest common factor, and that's the lowest common multiple.